Greetings, audience. How are you guys tonight? I have a question that might intrigue you guys. What is the last song you heard? What's its name? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Does it mean anything to you? Now that that question's been brought up, is any songs playing in your head? It doesn't even have to be the last song you heard. Do you notice how your brain's just focusing on the music? If that's the case. Music is incredible. It helps you develop your language and reasoning skills. In fact, the part of your brain that deals with that, music also works through there. Not only with that, music works on all of your brain. All of your brain processes it. It's one of the few activities that does that. My point is, music is incredible. With me, I'm a musician, and I've been one for several years. And as I got older and got more familiar with making music, well, learning it, I became more self-disciplined. I used to focus on about 1,000 other different things. Now I just focus on music. You know, okay. Music is very powerful. Have you seen how people get when Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound? You know how when that song plays at football games or church, everyone's all like crying and stuff, and they're all like getting like, oh, I just feel and oh and yeah and nice. You know how they get like that? Yes. It says the music that you like is generally music that you have an emotional attachment to. So when they get like that, they've developed an emotional attachment to the song. Think about when you were 16, what was the top hit that summer? Do you still listen to it? And if you don't listen to it, when you've listened to it later on, was it not really catchy? Did you know music also improves your speech skills? So one can learn how to speak better if they listen to music. There are some people that are immigrants that have come over here that have learned our language with the aid of music and, just being around. I couldn't tell you how many words I've learned from music. There's a couple, Spanish words I've learned from music. There's a couple words from music that I probably shouldn't say here in this professional setting. There's also words I've learned that I've been able to use in writing, as if I were writing a poem or a song or something. Listening to music helps me concentrate. There's been times where remedial classes have their students listen to music to help them concentrate, because some of those students couldn't concentrate in class. So when they got there, the remedial program offered music. So they'd listen to it while they worked, and everybody got their work done early. With that being said, listening to music improves SAT scores. It uses every single part of your brain. It's one of the few activities that do that. Some activities use your left side, some activities use your right side. Your brain uses it all. Uses it all, baby. Music is known and famous for uniting people. Do you remember when they'd have wars and stuff, they'd get the drums out there and they'd all sing songs? and some of the drill sergeants are sing songs and the soldiers sing it, they're all united, even though they probably don't like their drill sergeant. Another thing is, you ever go to a school event and they start playing that song, you know, da-dun, 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 dun, da-dun, da-dun, and everyone's all like getting into it. Dun, 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 bam! Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Just everybody can get so into that. And people draw inspiration from the craziest places, but if people were to get a positive like message or, you know, inspiration source, they could accomplish amazing things. Now, ever gone to a funeral, they're playing a sad song, and it seems like those sad songs just make everybody cry more? That's because there's still emotional attachment to the music. Some people even after the funeral, anytime they hear that song, they think of their deceased loved one. With all this together, in your mind, right now, do you notice a difference in the room when a certain song is being played? You know. Think about, you wake up in the morning, you hear a happy song, like, oh yeah, I can get this day going. Or if you hear a sad song, you don't want to get out of bed. It's kind of like that. Furthermore, do you guys have positive memories with music? Do you? Oh, yes. You know, music releases endorphins. It's the same chemicals used when somebody has sex, eats food, eats, chocolate, does drugs. It's the same thing. There's actually a place called Recovery Unplugged, and a lot of those people get off of drugs by learning an instrument, and they have on their advertisement, it says the song on iTunes is $2.99 or whatever it is, and then the price of heroin is significantly higher, and it encourages people to buy the music instead of that. And their promotional videos have people go like headbanging, and it's called Recovery Unplugged. It's pretty cool. Oh, and even if somebody is not skilled in music, people can bond over it. Just think about kids when they see their friends or see somebody else out in public with a shirt that has a band on it that they like. They're all like, oh, I like your shirt, and then it's like an icebreaker. It's really good for them to do that. It also improves your coordination skills. So if you want to be able to write better, throw something better, music helps. When you learn an instrument, it really works that coordination out because you got to focus on it. Can't really think of anything else. Also, for those kids that just can't get along, because no matter what you do, they seem to not be able to get along. Teaching kids how to make music when they're younger, or teaching kids about music, encourages teamwork. So if you have those siblings that just like to fight and pick at each other and everything, if they start writing a song, they learn the importance of teamwork, and they learn a sense of accomplishment. There are many people in this society today that hate their jobs, and it's because they don't feel accomplished. So it's really good to establish those fundamental ideas into a child when they're younger, so it's not a pain in the butt when they get older. Okay. So my point is that music is amazing and powerful, and there are many scientific statistics that can back up what I'm saying, but I think the most powerful explanation of that is just look how music has shaped the United States and everywhere around. Think about some of the biggest musicians ever, like Freddie Mercury, Kurt Cobain, Vestal Goodman, Johnny Cash, Tupac, Biggie. do you know how much of an effect they had on the culture and how much they changed it? I mean, everybody, think about how everybody dressed when that music was coming out. Everybody just started dressing like that. So, it's really interesting to see how much music has affected things. My final conclusion is this. Music has helped me get through a lot in my life, and it's taught me how to be more self-disciplined, and I didn't have to try to be self-disciplined. It just came naturally with all of it, and it was a fun way to do it. It encouraged me to want to learn, and also if music was an airplane, I'd just fly that thing really high because it'll take you to great places, and I don't think anybody would be sorry about it. So, sometimes the bonds you make throughout life are really important, and the memories you make are really important, and music's really good for that. So, I would just encourage anybody that is like struggling with anything to get into music because it may just save their life. With that being said, it teaches you creative skills. So if someone were in a situation where like a bear or somebody attacked or someone tried to kill them, they could get away because that requires creative ways to get out of it because there's not an obvious answer. There's not a way to get out. You just have to creatively think of an answer. So keep that in mind. It may just save your life one day. Do you have any questions, audience? Going once? Twice? Thrice? Quadrice? All right.